Well, here we are at the end of the book of Esther, chapter 10. So this is now, after all the craziness has happened, the Jews have a little bit more of an elevated status in the kingdom of Xerxes in Persia, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what happens for this. So verse 1, and the king Ahasuerus, that's the Hebrew version of Xerxes, which is the Greek version of the king of Persia, laid a tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea, and all the acts of his power and of his might, and the declaration of the greatness of Mordecai, whereunto the king advanced him, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia? Wouldn't it be nice to have those books? Those are scriptures. Scriptures are historical writings we don't have that I know of the Chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia. That would be fun to see. For verse 3, for Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. So we learn here that Mordecai, of course, is brought up to be like second in command. This is not uncommon for, even if you remember the story of Joseph and Pharaoh. Joseph was brought up second in command to Pharaoh. So Mordecai was brought up as well. He stopped the assassination plot against the king. He helped to improve the kingdom. He's a pretty righteous guy. He does good things, and the king has really elevated him and utilized him. And this is, for the king, this is good because the king doesn't have to do as much because Mordecai knows what to do and is a good leader and can think on his own. So he just has to help Mordecai do things, and Mordecai can go do a lot for the king to help him out. A lot of Jews, when we hear about the story of the Exodus, because remember, this actually happens while this book of Esther is after the book of Nehemiah. Chronologically, this actually happens before Nehemiah. Nehemiah is still in the kingdom with Xerxes' son Artaxerxes the first. So in conjunction with that, we understand that a lot of Jews still stayed in Babylon. Part of that's probably because they were more favored now. They didn't have to worry about being a second-class citizen as much. They were more accepted and maybe not totally equal with the Babylonians, but more equal. Basically, their status had improved, and that was a good thing. So why move if life is good here, basically? So that's probably what's going on there. Now let's jump over to the next book, the book of Job, and get into that story. It's going to be a fun one.